The stress associated with college in a child's junior and senior year of high school is daunting. Figuring out how to pay for it without going broke can be a nightmare for parents. Parents and students need a guide with the expertise to help them navigate this complex process of finding the right college and paying for it all without going broke. College Benefits Research Group creates the structure and provides the tools for gaining control of this chaotic experience.
First of all, they're up against competition like they've not been in the past. There are so many more tools out there for learning how to take tests, and there's that many more students coming into the fray. So you can't just graduate from high school and wing it the same way as you may have in the past. If you're not preparing, if you're not really focused on this, there's a good chance that you may not get into the schools that you'd like to get into. And the second thing is, they really don't know why they're going to school. If they understood what their purpose was for going to school, it would help them to figure out the right place, the right time, and how long it'll take to get through it. Too many of them are just finding a place to go to that they have to go because they're no longer in high school.
The process of finding the right college that fits for the student and for the family is harder than ever. The fact is, there's over 3,000 colleges out there in the country. Most of the time, people are picking which colleges their kids are applying to based upon ones they've heard, or ones that maybe have the best basketball team, or the ones that have done the best marketing. And the truth is, there's so many great ones that may be perfect for your child that you've never heard of. Really what we do is we're working with the students to find that perfect fit college where they're going to be happy and successful.
Parents look at school the same way, and this has been indoctrinated into them because of society, that if your kid doesn't go to school, that they're somehow not going to succeed. So there's tremendous pressure on the parents to allow their kids to go to what they perceive is the best school, because they think that it's a ticket for success. What it really is it's a ticket for a lot of loans and a lot of debt, and they run out of money along the way.
You could break it down to three major areas: academic fit, social fit, and financial fit for the family. And I think that if you're proactive in this process, you should be able to find colleges that fit the bill for all three.
Which school is right? What's good for my kid? How much is okay to spend? These are timeless questions. But in an environment where you're talking at $40,000, $50,000 a year to go to school and not many students coming out in 4 years, that could be a really big deal for people if they make a mistake.
We could see in the statistics out there that more and more students aren't graduating in 4 years. They're going to a school that they really didn't have a good fit with, and they're ending up, after they're there, that they're not happy or they're not succeeding. So they either have to change majors, and many times they're changing schools. That's certainly not what the students and certainly the parents have expected going in or budgeted for.
You're looking at $15,000 to $25,000 a year for a public school education. You're looking at $30,000 to $40,000 for a private school education, and for some of the elite schools, you're talking upwards of $50,000 to almost $60,000 per year.
One of the biggest mistakes that parents make is not applying for aid, thinking that they're never going to qualify. So everyone should apply for financial aid. When you look at the amount of aid that's given out per year, last year was over $125 billion of financial aid. Much of that is going to middle-class families.
You're talking about both loans and grant money. People don't understand that financial aid is comprised of both loans and free money. Half of that money came in the form of loans. The other half came in the form of grants. And the grant money, the largest purveyor of that was the schools themselves.
The majority of merit money is typically given out by the private colleges. So just because a college may have a higher cost to it, they also generally give more in merit-based aid. Well, we call our workshops really a foundations course. It's what every parent and student needs to know. They are free. They are tremendously valuable. Whether someone comes to work with us later on or not, everyone that comes to our workshops loves them. Some of the things specifically they learn are questions they need to ask the colleges on a visit, what to do in a visit, how colleges are looking at finances, how colleges really pick students, So we talk about admissions and really the whole range of issues that students and families need to know. CBRG works with students, helping them with their SAT or ACT preparation. We also have them do career assessments to help them figure out their aptitudes and their strengths so that they could pick the colleges where they're going to be happy, where they're going to be successful, and lead to having opportunities both in and after they're done with school.
We deal with all of the financial aid forms so that when the parents need to file them, we make sure to take care of that. That's part of our service. The FAFSA, the CSS profile, institutional forms, so we know when they have to go in and we make sure that they are going in there correctly.
We also give them some guidance on essays, interviews, resumes, and really all the other criteria that colleges are going to be utilizing to make their evaluations of which students they're going to choose.
What we do at the end of the process is show them how to make the right choices, to show them measured responses, and to give them the understanding that, hey, this school gave you an award which is absolutely what we expected from, or based on the numbers that you're showing, they should have given you more. This means that we should make an appeal. Or look at the comparative schools that you're working with. Maybe we should be looking at negotiating between these two schools. That's what we do at the end of the process, and that part of it is more important to the parents because that's where the real money comes. That's when they're going to be making decisions of where their student has to go, and it's all playing on the worries of the parents because the parents don't know when it's a good deal or not. So our job is to help them understand that very murky water that comes up right at the end so that they can make the best decisions for their children and for their dollar.
And probably the biggest reason most people come to see us is regarding the cost of college. So we show them a way to pay wholesale for college rather than retail.
We want them to be looking at this as a purchase, and that they should be educated consumers. And the only way you can be an educated consumer is to know what you want, know where you're getting it from, and know what they're offering.